Hello everyone, I'm here to discuss Monday Night Raw for April 25th, 2011. I was going to do this like I normally did, but with it being a draft show, I'm not going to really discuss the matches this time, and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. So I'm going to just start off by going off of who got who on the night. Starting off with SmackDown, the first pick that they got was John Cena. Second pick was Randy Orton, third pick was Mark Henry, and fourth pick was Sin Cara. And on the Raw side, it was first pick Rey Mysterio, second pick Big Show, third pick Alberto Del Rio, and then fourth pick John Cena. Okay, seriously, what was the point of picking John Cena outside of just getting a crowd reaction for him getting drafted over to SmackDown and him putting on the t-shirt? Outside of that, you just put him back on Raw the same night. Now, granted, I can see why they don't put him over on SmackDown because they're also taking Randy Orton over there. But still, seriously, why even do it to begin with? Like I said, I'm not going to really discuss the matches this time outside of a few little spots. I'll go over a few promos that went on throughout the night, and then I'll get into what my thoughts are on the show. You had a promo over more on R-Truth's heel turn from the week before. Honestly, I thought this was a great promo done by R-Truth. He did a very good job of getting the people to just start chanting what or booing him or doing whatever he needed them to do. It led to John Morrison coming out and attacking him, and it was just overall well done. Now, granted, they're not adding him to the pay-per-view match, but R-Truth and John Morrison are going to have some kind of feud coming in the near future, so that's going to be really good. You also had Michael Cole doing his thing. He did his thing back with interrupting the Divas during their match and just starting the talk during the match as it is. Honestly, I'm waiting to see if they're going to try to allow one of them to have a little bit of payback on Michael Cole, or they're just going to make King do all the payback with this Sunday or in the near future. Hopefully they'll be taking Michael Cole, like I said many other times, hopefully they'll be taking Michael Cole off of the announcing table and making him maybe Jack Swagger's manager. He's a great heel, and he seems to be fitting very well in the role of a heel. And he also is probably getting the best heat along with Vicky Guerrero, which is the funniest thing. It's the two people getting the biggest heat in the company are a manager and an announcer right now. So hopefully they'll be taking him off the announcer's table here very soon. Another promo that kind of was just cookie cutter. Usually the Miz is a very, very good promo person, but this one just felt very cookie cutter, very predictable that they were gonna what to talk about. He essentially just talked about the entire Extreme Rules match for Sunday, and then The Rock's birthday celebration that they're going to be doing next week for Raw. So, I mean, outside of that, the reason why I'm not talking about matches is because it's a draft show, and reviewing over the matches isn't really a necessity because you're not going to get great quality out of them. They're usually going to be short, quick, and to the point because the main aspect is the draft. But on to my thoughts for the night. Honestly, it feels like you could tell this show felt rushed. You could tell that the draft was rushed this year, mostly due to the retirement of Edge a few weeks ago. It felt like they were just reacting and needed someone big over on SmackDown, so the best way to move someone over there is to have a draft show. Now, it looked like they were going to get two, but they decided to keep Cena on Raw. But honestly, I think they could have waited another week or two to do the draft show, because going into a pay-per-view, you don't need to do a draft show going into a pay-per-view because you can't focus, because on a draft show you can't focus on the feuds that you have coming for the upcoming pay-per-view. And that just hurts the entire thing. Usually go-home Raws are very bland or not very good to begin with, but this makes it even worse that you can't even do a lot of focus on your pay-per-view matches for the Sunday coming. I mean, they did their best job that they could, but it didn't come off good at all. And honestly, tonight's Raw was kind of, it really wasn't good at all. This was probably the worst Raw I've seen in quite some time, and just a bad way to go into the pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. I thank you guys for listening. Have a good day.